Hello, my name's Sylvester McCoy. Welcome to the legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
You know, I should make that video longer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, boys and girls, to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Tonight, we have a special guest on, and we're going to be talking about a special event that will be taking place this weekend. It will be taking place in Lakeland, Florida, at the RP Funding Center. I think it's from, if I'm not mistaken, the 16th and 17th. I'm pretty sure about that. Did I get the dates right? Yeah, no, the 17th and the 18th. 17th and the 18th. And welcome to Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. We'll be talking about Central Florida Comic Con. What is that? Well, we're going to be talking about that in just a few moments, and we will be interviewing our good friend and guest showrunner of Central Florida Comic Con, Ben Penrod, who's been doing this forever, and we'll be actually going over the special guests that'll be happening this weekend, again, the 17th, the 18th, at the RP Funding Center located in Lakeland, Florida. And I will, you know what, let me go ahead and do that. Let me put in the website to this location. Again, we'll be going over some of the guests that will be attending over there. And of course, we're going to have Dalek Nelson with the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS over there. So if you want to see a Dalek, you will be going over there. The best place to go to is centralfloridacomiccon.com. Say that drunk 5 times straight. Central Florida Comic Con. And please check it out. We'll see you this weekend. For those of you who live locally, if you want to fly in, I'm not going to stop you. But for stopping you, because my segue, I'm just a little bit tired. Let me go ahead and bring in Sean. How you doing there, Sean?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this
drop
interview.
The man around there. Sean, welcome back, brother. I haven't seen you in a while. But then again, that was a year ago, wasn't it? So.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It was last year.
Oh my god! You know what? I need some Red Bull today because that completely got me. There is no excuse for that. There's no excuse for me not getting. It was last year. Yes, it was. Yes, I haven't seen you since last year, and I haven't seen you fine folks since last year. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm excited for this interview.
I had some strange people come up and say. On my friends are going like, you know what? Everybody says I post too much about Disney World. I haven't been there since last year. I'm like, oh god, it was only 5 or 6 days ago. So check out Sean on youtube.com/ourphilosophy is91119. youtube.com/ourphilosophy is91119. Check it out. If you love Sean, you're going to hear more of his stuff on his YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe out there. And we're having a light show today because we have a special guest going on, and we want to give him as much as the floor we can. Let me go ahead and bring out Sean to. Oh god, thank you. I got my hair cut finally. I don't know if you remember last week. It was just doing its own thing, and it was just spreading out and doing some weird stuff out there. In a few moments, we're going to be bringing in Ben to talk about Central Florida Comic Con and all the events and people that are going to be going out over there and all the geekdom that's going to be taking place. But as you always know, we want to bring in our lovely. Normally, I would bring her. Oh, I don't know what's going on. My whole thing has stopped running. Oh. I don't know what's going on.
Quick, Christian, bring out the improv dance.
I will.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your banner back.
Yay!
It is doing
even more of me.
It's not even letting me. Hang on a second. Look at that. It's just doing weird stuff right now. It is not letting me bring on the videos, so this is a little bit of an embarrassment. So hang on one second. Let me see if I can change all that.
It's a little bit wibbly wobbly.
I know it is. I might have to remove some stuff. Let's see here. So again, I apologize. I don't know what's going on. It's not letting me scroll up or down. So it's not letting me play anything that I want to video-wise. So, all right, without further ado, we'll just do the Who Knew News.
Hey, you know what? You should just do that every time now, Christian. We don't even need the thing anymore.
Yeah.
No, we just got to 100,000 subscribers. That's the last thing I need to do to these. I don't know why. The thing that I work with is not letting me scroll, so I apologize.
That's the crazy thing. And everything.
Well, let me see if I can clear up some stuff over here. But everybody, there's Gadget.
Hi guys, and published author, need the money and everything. Lulu.com, Copley, Newcastle Journey Bond, Dungeons and Dragons. And I have a bone to pick with some Dungeons and Dragons people because they're making it very toxic right now for certain people, and I don't like that. I purposely made this for people who don't understand how to play, who have dyslexia and autism. Don't need that, guys. So, yeah. But let's get into some happy news while Christian's fixing all of that and everything.
Wait a minute. I have the Reverend Amagon. I've got Tom Kosak use it backstage. So Tom,
good.
If you can do the video, well, that's the picture. If you can do the video, I don't know what's going on. It's never done this before.
Princess Vanellope snuck into the computer. You had to mention Disney.
I mean, it had the videos, and now I can't scroll down to the videos. So.
New news jump scare.
Exactly. Ben, we are serious. I don't know what's going on. Tom, can you?
One of those days.
Yeah, Gadget, just keep on going with the news. I'll be.
Yeah,
right
I'm going.
back.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm good at improv. I am good at improv because we have a bunch of 2 happy birthdays and one very special happy birthday because without that person we wouldn't have started anything. But let's start with ladies first, and we're going to talk about Erin Gray. She turns 76 years old, and I don't believe it, and everything. She was in Buck Rogers, Silver Spoon, Six Pack, Star Trek Continues, A Perfect Christmas, Jason Goes to Hell. Basically, she's a jack of all trades and a series of all trades because she's done comedy, drama, action, sci-fi, and everything. And she's recently posted about her saddened by Gil's passing and everything, her co-star from Buck Rogers, and basically was hoping to see him, and it just hit everybody like that. And I'm just trying to check right now to see what she has coming up because she does not stop acting. The only thing I saw she posted last was in 2019, but was Finding Grace, and that was the last thing she posted. But rumor has it she might come back, but a lot of people, like I said, are on hiatus because they want to see what this AI is doing to production and everything with everyone. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, if it wasn't for this gentleman, I don't think Doctor Who would have started. And because of what happened to him, I don't think we would have had any regeneration. So I'd like to give 118th birthday wish, happy birthday to William Hartnell, our first Doctor, supposedly, because of all the changes that are going on in the WHOniverse and everything. But he would have been 118 years old. Jeez. And because of an illness he had and everything, they were trying to save the show, and he actually started a trend to do the regeneration. And if it wasn't for his illness, we might not have had a regeneration and a over 60-year-old TV show.
I felt bad because he's like, if he hadn't gotten sick, we wouldn't have new actors. So.
I know, and that's crazy. And then people don't realize he was in like other shows such as like Bridgerton Rock, what is it? Bridgerton Rock, The Mouse That Roared, Carry On, Sergeant, and he also worked, I think, what was it, with the Third Doctor as well in one of them.
Yeah,
I don't
he did
remember.
work on the movie. I can't think of the name. If anybody wants
Right,
to,
I'm trying to find it right now and everything.
But yeah, he was in a movie with John Pertwee as well.
Mhm.
So happy birthday to the lovely Aaron Gray. I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what happened. If anybody's familiar with StreamYard, and I'm going to tell Thomas that you have this slider that goes up and down that brings you over to the pictures and stuff. The slider was missing, so I couldn't even move anything. So now I've got everything back. But Tom, since you're here, go for it. You, my friend, you take the wheel. So what else we got in the news?
Well, there is rumor that Bad Wolf is pulling out of Doctor Who productions after the Christmas special. They're still sourcing information on that, but it seems that RTD seems that it's going to be, once the Christmas special is done, he doesn't care where it goes. It will continue on. It's just not with his Bad Wolf studio. And speaking of with Bad Wolf studio, he was at a taping of the View and spoke with Whoopi Goldberg, and they posted something and said, what would happen if Star Trek met Doctor Who? I'm thinking it's going to be the Q or all over again and everything. Or could Guinan have been a Time Lord? Because of that one episode where she said Picard had to meet her in the past. They had to have that meetup and everything and stuff. So we don't know what we're going to get with the Christmas special, and hints that maybe there is a team up because with the new series coming on Star Trek, Star Trek Academy and everything. Who knows? Maybe there will be a slight crossover. We already saw it canon in one of the episodes and everything and stuff. So who knows and everything. And speaking of who knows or anything, Doctor Who will be at the Comic-Con cruise this January 30th through February 3rd. It seems that Arthur and Alex will be there hosting in the Who Lounge, as well as you'll meet other stars from other genres and everything, like Dominic Monaghan, Billy Boyd, Ashley Eccleston, Doug Jones, and many others that are going to be on this cruise. Hopefully you don't get seasick and everything, but they said it's supposed to be a cool adventure, a journey beyond.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they just announced it like what was it? Just like a week ago.
Yeah,
it's happening at the end of this month. So I'm just like, wow, that gave everybody a chance to get some tickets and stuff going on out there. But
I'm telling everybody, all the fans just camp out at the port and everything. We can smuggle the TARDIS on. That'll be good and everything.
Well, it's all the way to Tampa, which is like I think it's coming from Tampa, right?
Yeah, Tampa to Nassau.
Yeah, that's about 90 minutes for me. So I don't know.
Yeah, and then we also have, for those fans of the Doctor Who worlds and everything, Worlds of Wonder Doctor Who is now renewed for another year. So you get to see the museum props and everything till 2027. So check out, I think I gave you the link, Christian, for that on the Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder, where science meets fiction. And check it out, guys. It's really cool and stuff and everything. A lot of my friends have gone, and they said the world premiere they're going to have at the Liverpool Museum. Like, it was the world premiere Liverpool Museum, and then it went to the National Edinburgh. Book tickets. Like, they still have tickets available, guys, and everything. So just check out everything and stuff. It's going to be the best thing. Pretty cool. You get to see all the Sonics and everything.
Did you say it was DoctorWhoScience.com?
I have it right here. It's DoctorWhoScience.com.
Okay, I'm throwing that into the chat right now for people who are interested.
Yeah. They said till 2027. They're just adding all new dates and everything right now and stuff. But don't worry, it's going to be fun. And then this is why I don't think Billy really is our Doctor, because she's also starring in a true story film with A-list cast, including Oscar winners for the movie Deeply Moving. And basically, she's one of the many new names that's been announced around the production, located in the UK, and many roles are up. Matthew Beard, David Dawson. I cannot pronounce names and everything, but basically she's filming right now on set, and hopefully that's what I'm saying. I think the reason why a lot of stuff has been stalled is because she's still in post-production Wednesday. She still has movies that she has, who knows when it's gonna, but basically there is a Christmas special, but I don't think she's a doctor. She could be the moment, she could be whatever, but who knows? And that's up to who knows.
Who knows?
Maybe
Yeah.
they should do like a Dot and Bubble situation and just have her Skype in the whole episode.
Hey, with the way AI's going allegedly right now, yeah, you don't know.
I actually,
You guys-
there's. Oh, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, okay.
I know I sounded like I was going to say something, but then I changed my mind. So
No, you're fine. I one of the reviewers of Dot and Bubble, he goes, he hated the episode for one particular reason. He felt that Shooty got why. He goes, this whole season is supposed to be about you, Shooty, and you just phoned this one in, literally. You could have done this whole episode from your bathroom. And that is just like, for crying out loud, why? So yeah, and I don't blame him. I was just like, yeah, he's just sitting there, and then what was it? 72 yards. He's not around. So I'm like, 2 episodes. He's just not even around for the second season for the season. So like, oh well, I can't blame him. So
No, you can't.
Even when Tennant phoned one in, they had to put in some extra work and make Sally Sparrow line up her dialogue with him, so it still had to give him some extra work to communicate through time. But yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all the news we have so far. But please, people, do not rehash any old stuff, because I was doing my research and a lot of people are bringing up stuff from 2022, 23, and everything. Guys, we don't know where who's going. We don't know. We know where it's been. We just don't know where it's going. The problem is that you have to wait till after the Christmas special to find out, because now they're saying Paramount. Now they're saying back to Prime, wait till the Christmas special when everybody settles and when we figure out when Land and Sea is going to land and everything, because that also basically is another situation we have where they still are just saying 2026 now. It was supposed to be this month, but I'm thinking they're waiting until the Christmas special because it's only 5 episodes. So that into the Christmas special might work.
I'm also thinking that I think people just want to know where they're going to go, because it's not fair to the Whovians. I'll have to give them, this prop. It's not fair to the Whovians that they've had to move. What is it? They were on Netflix, then they had to move to Amazon, then they had to move to HBO Plus, then they had to do HBO Max.
Then they were on Pluto.
So I'm like, I think Whovians have a right to cry out and go, pick a lane.
I think it's still on Pluto and Tubi. I think Tubi and Pluto still have it. But now it's an on-demand channel. So when you try to look for an episode you want to watch, you're like, I got to go through the whole thing just to watch an episode, where they had it broken down by each doctor, which was like the best way. If you needed a refresher, or if you just wanted to see episodes you didn't get to see when you were younger because you were too little or weren't born yet. You know what I mean? It's like, now it's just a hashtag of let's find the nearest VHS copy or DVD.
Yeah, even if they only sold the new episodes on DVD and you could only order them like from the store, at least that would be consistent, and I'd probably be less frustrated with it.
Well, everybody's going back to physical media now. They don't want this digital media because now they went, oops, that even though you pay for it, you don't even own it. Like, I lost a lot of digital copies from anime from when Funimation merged with Crunchyroll. I lost a lot of my digital copies. They didn't transfer over, and I wasn't paying for them again, even though I paid. They were free with my purchase of my DVD. That was the point of it. And nope, they all disappeared. Everything I had and was gone. So this is why, guys, physical media, it helps people out, and it's your proof, because digital can change. This is your proof right here. Physical media.
Well, it's not only that, but I mean, with the physical media, it's yours.
Yeah.
They can't do anything with it. But the thing is like DVD players are slowly, going. I was like, I'm looking for a DVD player or Blu-ray, and like they were jacking up the prices. And
you have to find these things now.
Are they still? Sorry, Christian.
No. What
you have to find these things now just to play.
Go
Do
ahead.
they still have like 4K UHD players that play Blu-ray and DVD and CDs even, or do they not? Are those becoming like more rare? I've never
Like
owned
the
a
Red Ray.
UHD player.
Well, I think when I was looking at Walmart, I mean, like if I said DVD player, it was in a corner,
Mhm.
Yeah.
gone away with dust bunnies, just mating out
Mhm.
over there on that side. And it's just like, what the heck are you talking about? And I was just like, God.
I have to resolder my VCR right now because the cord, it dried out inside the thing because it's so old.
Right. But I mean,
Yeah.
with at least with physical media, you get to keep it. You get
Mhm.
to play it anytime you want. You get the episode that you choose. I love Tubi and Pluto TV. I'm very grateful
For
that
that.
for them, because they're playing was a classic Who, but you're at the mercy. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but like Pluto TV, you got commercials.
Yep.
And you're watching what they want you to watch, which is fine.
Mhm.
And also, for those of you who are interested in this, you can get hard copies signed. So you can get that media signed if you want to go out there and get Matt Smith or David Tennant or your favorite doctor to sign that stuff. Can't do that on digital media.
Yeah. I print out a binary code of the episode and be like, David Tennant, can you please sign my 500-page?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not right because think about it. If even with pictures, how can they sign a digital picture? And what's the point of them then coming to see you guys? Especially when you got our guests coming up and explaining about our guests that he'll have at his convention and stuff. Because what would happen if they couldn't sign anything?
Ramona says, remember grabbing a story with the VHS?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you guys too. My internet seems to be a little bit spotty, so I saw this in my Sophie Aldred interview episode. Like when I was on my microphone on that episode, like it kept cutting out at random places, so like it would sound like I just stopped in the middle of a sentence. So like if I'm doing that, just keep talking. Don't mind my internet being weird. That's all I was going to say.
I want to welcome Curtis Tollery. Curtis Tollery. I believe I haven't seen you before, so if you're new, welcome. Their new unit audio from Big Finish is looking to come this April with Kate and Osgood. So cool.
Oh, nice.
All righty. Anything else in the news while we got you there?
No, just that. Like I said, do not believe all the rumors. Do not, just do your research because right now we don't know. We don't know. We just know that whatever happens, happens. And if Who has to go on hiatus, we have to figure out a show.
Well, that's the great thing about Doctor Who. If it goes on a hiatus, we still have Big Finish. We still have, we're still running through our classic New Who stuff. I'm sure we're going to hit a few of those this year. We have yet to go through classic Who at all. And we always have celebrities like our guests will be doing right after the commercial break and some really fun activities throughout the year. So we've got some plans coming up over here already. We've gotten locked in 3 conventions. We'll go over them, and definitely we're going to be talking about the one that's taking place if you're watching this weekend. That's going to be taking place.
When are you going to open up that wonderful box?
We might tell you when we open that box.
Oh, I would love to know
after the commercial break.
Oh,
so let's go ahead
leave us on a cliffhanger.
We're going to put it on a cliffhanger, and let's go ahead and end the Who New News. Take it away. It's okay. Weird stuff happens like that. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and close out the news. Thanks, Tom. And we're going to get a commercial break. When we return, we're going to be talking to Ben Penrod of Central Florida Comic Con. Don't forget to get your tickets now at centralfloridacomiccon.com. We'll be right back.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now unread, because you've already said those words that switched my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused on sewing clothes. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man and broken. Write down, I didn't listen to that voicemail, a tick-tock, that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back. I'm gonna leave you.
Are you tired of toxic fandoms? Are you tired of toxic fandoms? Do you wish we could go back to being happy? So do we. We created the Happiness Patrol to get away from all of the toxicity in fandoms, in life, and so we decided we wanted to do a show about something that makes us happy. And in the first season, that something is Star Wars. So join myself, Cameron, Scott, Jessica, and Melanie on Happiness Patrol at youtube.com/@happinesspatrolshow.
These
I'm author Mark Muncy,
And I'm author Erica Lance.
and this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Now, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
So what's your favorite Western? Is it this one or... So what's your favorite Western? Is it this one or maybe one of these? Is it a revisionist Western, an anti-Western, or maybe it's an all-time classic? Whether your favorite Western is in black and white, vibrant Technicolor, a spaghetti Western, a neo-Western, a comedy, or maybe it's only really Western in spirit. Whatever it is, this is the podcast dedicated to determining the top 100 Westerns of all time. Every second Monday on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. It's Horses on Film.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Ashley Eckstein. Most of you may know me as the voice of Ahsoka Tano and also the founder of WHOniverse. And this is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. And as you saw, Ashley Eckstein was on the episode. You can always check out her episode and all of our celebrity interviews. And don't forget, as Gadget mentioned, she will be at the Doctor Who
cruise. Sci-fi cruise.
On the sci-fi cruise taking place the end of this month. She'll be joined with quite a few Doctor Who alumni, including Alex Kingston and our good friend Roy, author Darville. So welcome back, everybody, to the Legend Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. I am the host of the show. And I'm going to bring that back up because we just want to remind people this weekend, the 17th and the 18th, Doctor Who's going to Central Florida Comic-Con. That would be everybody who's in the area. We hope we join in. And if you're out of town and you want to just come and visit, by all means, go to centralfloridacomiccon.com. And Ramona's saying, beware con crud, wash your hooves, garlic spray removes bench barnacles, stay hydrated. Where do you get garlic spray from?
Actually, I got a spray that kills everything over here. So.
Ben, they were going to. Ben, Ramona wants to turn your convention to an Italian restaurant. I'm serious. And without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in our special guest. Let's go ahead and welcome to the show, Mr. Ben Penrod. How you doing, Ben? Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, man.
So welcome. How many years you been doing Central Florida Comic Con now? What is
that? Man, this is year 7? 8? Year 8? Hold on. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Year 8.
Year 8.
Yeah, man.
Grief, man.
So we started in 2019. So that's
so people who aren't familiar with Central Florida Comic Con, tell us a little bit about it and what separates you from the other guys.
Yeah, so Central Florida Comic Con, it's in Lakeland at the RP Funding Center. What separates us from the other guys is that, you know, it's like really chill. It's got a really strong community, and it's very well attended, but it's still like kind of chill. If you're more familiar with like MegaCon or Tampa Bay Comic Con or like MetroCon, it's going to be a much easier going vibe, you know, like it's, you know, there's a lot of people there and we fill up the rooms, but you know, if you come in for a day, you'll get to see all of the exhibitors and you can meet as many celebrities as you want. You won't spend all day in line, you know? Yeah. And it's just a fun time. I think the vibe we've kind of curated over the years is really great. And I'll just be walking around in the afternoon and just kind of look around and be like, yeah, this is kind of perfect. This is kind of exactly what you want out of a con. You know, you want everyone's having fun. Everybody's checking out the vendors and the artists and the celebs. You know, it's just a perfect time. And if you're kind of sick of going to, you know, these bigger cons where you spend half the day trying to find a parking space and then half the day waiting in line to do one thing, this is kind of the perfect opposite of that. And it's just about having a great time and having fun. And I really, you know, I mean, this show's pretty perfect. The other cool thing is that on Saturday night, the 17th, yes, the 17th. Sorry, look at my calendar. It's we're having a wrestling show in the arena, and this is something that we did last year for the first time, and it was really cool. And like, I mean, I love wrestling, but it was even better than I hoped. And you know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, we got to do this every year. We had so much fun. I had people on my staff who had never watched wrestling before. They're like halfway through the show, they're going down and buying like all the merch. They just everybody had a blast. It was so fun. And I think, you know, even if you're not a big wrestling fan, come check out our wrestling show on Saturday night.
Gotcha. And you get your tickets now. Again, I've just put it in the chat at centralfloridacomiccon.com. I'm assuming this sale is over now?
No, through the end of tonight.
Through the end of tonight. Okay, so
I don't know why it says through January 10th, but it actually expires tonight.
No, that's fine. So good. Everybody who is watching us live right now, it is January the 13th. Yeah. According to Ben, you still have time to go over to the site, click on Take 10. It'll take 10% off of your ticket purchase. And don't forget to use code KIDS free CFCC for free kids tickets. What are the age of kids? It's 3 and under.
What's that?
It's 3 and under for kids.
4
and under.
Free? Oh no, it's like I think it's like 13 and under.
13 and
under.
Oh,
you do 13.
Yeah, well, so we have the kids tickets for sale, but just use the code and get them for free. Really, the only reason I really have them for sale is because I used to just let kids come in for free, but then I didn't know how many had come in, and I wanted those numbers. And so instead I was like, all right, we'll sell the tickets, but we'll make it really easy to find the coupon code. So, you know, but it's, I think it's.
And no adults pretending to be kids.
No, I mean, it'll come up when you scan it. It'll say what kind of ticket it is. So.
Oh no, trust me. In New York Comic Con, you have to see what they do. And Anime NYC, yeah.
I think you should have one of those bars like from roller coasters. It's like a minimum height requirement. It's like you're not 13.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
To do it, yeah, do it based on height.
But on the height, it's like, yeah, you look 32. It's not going to happen.
I
So
see no problem with the implications of that.
Exactly. So there's actually, for those of you who are probably coming in from out of town, there are hotels all over Lakeland, Florida. But if you want to stay where all the action's at, you do want to stay at the I think they're booked now. I think they're actually sold out.
Yeah, so I think these hotel blocks, they can choose to, unless they're sold out, they can choose to keep selling the rooms at that rate, but they generally have the option to opt out at about 3 weeks before the show, 3 or 4 weeks before the show, and kind of sell it at their own rate. They don't have to hold any rooms for us anymore after a certain point. So if you go on there, it might not still be active, but up until a few weeks ago it was. I think they're sold out though.
Now, what led you to use the RP Funding Center in Lakeland? Of all the locations that you got, why did you choose that location in particular?
Well, so the RP Funding Center is kind of the best spot in Lakeland for this type of thing. I don't know if there's a bigger venue in Lakeland. When I lived in Florida, I had attended some other event at RP Funding Center, maybe even a wrestling show, but it was I thought it was really cool, and I was looking for cool venues to run something, and I just I kind of didn't want to do Orlando. I didn't want to drive all the way to Tampa, and so I was like, oh yeah, the RP Funding Center, let me check this out. So I called them up and we worked it out. It ended up being such a great partnership. Those guys have been awesome. I've been so lucky to work with the people there and have the same people that I'm working with now be the people I was working with at the very beginning. And so I hardly have to do any work at all every year. I just kind of like call them up and be like, all right, same thing as we did last year. They're like, yep. And then we're good to go.
As far as being a showrunner, and you've been doing this for about 7 to 8 years, what is the lesson that you've learned, the biggest lesson that you've learned as being a showrunner for a convention? Because this is not the only convention you've ran.
Yeah, no. So
this is your baby.
I've actually been doing this for 15 years. And so this was actually a show that I started after I sold AwesomeCon in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And so this was kind of a smaller show for me at the time to be working on. And so, lessons I've learned. I learned a lot of lessons because I made a lot of mistakes in my time. I would say, for me, from like a work business standpoint, slow down and, take some time before making decisions, and especially important decisions. That's important to me. But I don't know, like cool lessons that are more interesting on a podcast, probably. I think. I just try to watch as much TV and see as many movies and read as many books as I can, just to kind of stay up on things, and just so that I kind of know what's cool. I'm always worried about, getting super old and not being as in touch with what the kids are into anymore. So I'm constantly.
I feel you, brother. I feel you on that one.
I watched like the first 4 episodes of Has Been Hotel, just to kind of.
That ain't for kids.
So, when I say kids, I mean 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, the people who are really, really coming up in the next wave of like nerds. So watching Has Been Hotel and being, I realized it's not really my cup of tea, but if I had been 17 or 18 when it came out, I probably would have been obsessed with it, it would have been like when I was a kid. When I was a kid, when I was 12 or 13, South Park came out, and I was obsessed.
Yeah.
I was totally obsessed with South Park. So I kind of look at it. I kind of look at it like that. Like Has Been is like, these guys is South Park, and it's so. I always try to keep an open mind, and I'm like, maybe this isn't something that I'm going to watch a lot, but I understand why, the people who are into it really like it. And I want to encourage them to be, be into this kind of stuff, because it's really cool. It's super creative. It's a musical. And I love booking the guests from Has Been. I've actually become friends with some of these guys, and I'm like, I don't know you from your, I don't know you from your work necessarily, but you seem really cool. And it also gave me a way to book some more Broadway folks, which I love the idea of getting the Broadway people into it. I think this is how I got into Doctor Who also, is that everybody was talking about it. And so I was like, oh, I gotta watch it. This was I probably started watching in 2013, 2012. So right when I was first starting to get into the cons. And then I ran Awesome Con in Washington, DC. And we were, I think, the first US con to book Billy Piper in 2014. And that was huge for us. We were also the first con to book Peter Capaldi. And do we have any other cool Doctor Who firsts?
That's amazing, dude.
I don't know. We were definitely the first to book Peter
Awesome Con
Capaldi.
was pretty cool. Like everyone I knew went there and stuff.
Yeah, so we
all the cool kids went there. So
we were very Doctor Who heavy those first few years. We had Billy Piper. Then in 2015 we had I was trying so hard to get Matt Smith, but I think he either couldn't make it or he canceled, and then Karen canceled. But we had Arthur and Alex, who were great. I love both of them. 2016 we had Peter Capaldi and Jenna and John Barrowman, and then we had John for like 4 years in a row or something like that. And he
nothing against John Barrowman, but he is a he's a convention.
He's the greatest. He would get.
I'm not downing him. But
he'd have a longer line every year. It was cool. And then
Christian, he get his lines.
He
just camp out. Just camp out.
Everybody wants to watch the nighttime show with John. That's the appeal to him. I'm just like he's such a pro at doing the cons though. Diva.
Yes, definitely a diva. He would like if somebody kind of new to the scene, he would like show them the ropes and explain like, oh, this is how you set up your table. This is how you do photo ops. Yep. And things like that. Like he really seeing the more businessy side of Barrowman was really cool, because he really took it very seriously, and he takes his relationship with his fans very seriously. So that was a really cool thing. We had Tennant in 2017 with with Donna. And Billy Piper was supposed to come. She canceled. And then 2018, we might not have done any Doctor Who in 2018.
How dare you?
Probably why that show didn't do. How do you follow up Tennant, though?
Give me a
Matt
chance.
Smith.
Give me a chance.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been trying to book Matt Smith for like 13 years.
I think everybody's been trying to get him.
He's out of reach. He's out of reach.
I think it's so cool how you get to know the thing before you, so that way you can have some familiarity, because I cannot tell you, I mean, I've never hosted a convention before, but I, like Christian, have trouble with keeping up with the things. For being on a Doctor Who podcast, like kind of being online talking about sci-fi a lot, I watch a shockingly low amount of things. Actually, there are very few things that I sit down and watch. So it's like I would be like a terrible person to run a convention because they'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna get this person." I'd be like, "Cool, who's that?" So it's just like even if you don't like, it's like you're talking about Has Been Hotel. I've seen some of it. I feel as you do. It's not really my thing, but just getting familiar with the properties out there that people are into. That way you have some familiarity and you go, oh yes, because a lot of people, I mean, that's one of the barriers I think to even talking to people about shows and stuff is like, if you just don't watch enough stuff, like I have so many people talk to me like, oh yeah, do you watch this? No. Do you watch this? No. So, I mean, I think that's really cool that you do that, even if it's not necessarily because like, you're like, oh, I'm going to go binge this whole thing because it's so cool. It's like, I need to know what this thing is. You know what I mean? Just in case it comes up.
Someone who does their homework and research.
Yeah, it's important. I also just, at this point, I ask my kids like what they're into. And so that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when I first started, it was like, I just booked actors from shows that I liked. And now I'm like, I'm old and like what I like isn't cool anymore,
Yeah, the hour philosophy is convention would have like 3 things. It would have like Doctor Who, Star Wars, and like a bunch of Edgar Allan Poe, and like nothing else. So I think that's an excellent point.
I only think that everyone missed it this year. The mark on, unless they're saving for later on this year, the 10th anniversary of My Hero Academia and everything. Like everyone missed that because even New York Comic Con didn't even do anything good for the ending. And everyone walked out of the first 2 episode premiere and all the other stuff. Like I would look at it and say, okay, what series is ending? What series is starting? What has an anniversary? Also, I'm noticing your site. Where's your ADA stuff?
Let's say that.
Where's your ADA stuff on here? I'm looking at your site and everything.
Oh, I don't know. It should be up there.
Because that's another big hot topic with conventions right now because a lot of these sites have been getting hit hard because of that, because of all the new guidelines and everything.
So I don't know.
And I'm looking at your convention. I don't want you ruined because somebody didn't. You know what I mean?
I think generically, like you would just go up to your guest services and they could.
Yeah. So I thought we had the same policy on all of our sites. So maybe this one hasn't been updated since we updated everything.
Yeah, because
you look at it's not on our policies.
Because like I was looking at the venues policies and everything versus your policies, and they're saying about the bags and certain things. A lot of people.
Oh, that's for like games at their arena.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're not following their policy versus in case someone couldn't find your ADA and they went based on that, right? To let people know that you have a different policy.
Yeah, so let me I'll talk to Jesse and see if we can get it up on the site. We do have
and please, and there's one thing I always ask, please allow like the small wagons for a lot of us that can't lift and everything, because a lot of the conventions didn't realize that it's the same size little mobile scooter and everything, or a stroller.
Gadget, are you coming down?
I don't know, because like I said,
come down for MegaCon.
I know I'm trying to get the GoFundMe to go through so I can pay off the bills, so maybe I can come visit. But I have a bunch of friends that do attend this convention, and they were pointing out certain things to me.
Well, I'm sure if in any case, if you have any questions, I'm sure you're going to have guest services, and you've got attendee.
If you
volunteers,
talk to
what happened a few conventions. A lot of people have been questioning it. Yeah.
If you talk to our reg, they'll sort you out. I don't have the exact policy in front of me, but I know that we do have a policy for ADA, and we definitely take care of everybody.
Speaking of which, for websites, just want to let people know we are in the Jenkins area, which I think is where the main entrance is, right? That's where we're going.
Yeah, so the Jenkins Arena is that's where our reg is. You have to go there to pick up your wristbands. So everybody who comes to the con will definitely have a chance to check you guys out.
Yes, because we're going to be at table R7. I don't know if you guys can see the cursor. But for those of you coming in and you come through the main entrance, you'll see the Traveling TARDIS and Nelson.
So that's how it's set up. Okay.
Well, that's one of the areas. There's also the Sykes Hall. And
that's mostly Artist Alley and celebrities.
And the exhibit hall itself out there. So
you're gonna go broke.
That's the larger booths and more celebrities.
So I call that the bank account. Christian's a celebrity. Christian's a celebrity.
In my
We're
head,
all
yes.
celebrities.
That's true. We're all celebrities here. But yeah, we're going to be off to the left on R7. This is a great spot because if anybody wants,
They're
to
gonna see you guys like crazy as soon as they come in. That's perfect.
Exactly. Everybody. We've been to a couple of conventions where we were put in the front where the tickets were at, and people, if the lines are too long or so, they would come over or after they get their ticket.
I gotta send you my QR codes for my book. Maybe they can scan my book.
Dalek out there. So, yeah, we're going to be in the Jenkins Arena. And you just come on in, we'll be up to the left. That's why I brought that picture up there to see that. And what else have we got? Well, speaking of the website, but let me go ahead and I'm going to take down your website.
Dalek Hal's not going to be there, right? You said it's the other Dalek?
It's going to be Nelson. He's the gold one. Hal is run by Marvin, and I haven't gotten word. I haven't word back. It'd be great if he came, but Nelson's going to be out there, and I believe Scully, who is the operator of that, he lives close by in that area. For Hal to get there, he has to come from the Space Coast, so he has to travel practically all over, the equivalent of Florida to get to him. And speaking of websites and guests, let's go ahead and move on to the guests. I've picked them out in random. We can always pull up the website if you want to go into detail.
That's fine.
We can pick them out there. So
let's do it at random. I like that.
And to tell you the truth, I don't know any of these people. So,
what? No, who I know.
I live a sheltered life. I live a sheltered life if it's outside of who. I get into Star Trek and stuff, but you say something else. Ben, I went to an area where I had mentioned I was talking and I just mentioned in passing the names Sinatra and Elvis, and the people who I was addressing to had no idea who I was talking about. We were talking about, getting out of the, not becoming a little bit on the obsolete side of knowledge because we don't keep up with the Joneses, and because we got streaming services and they're putting out crap almost every other day, it is impossible to keep up with the Joneses. But speaking of which, let's go ahead and bring in our guests that will be attending. And first one will be, this one was the interesting one, Effin' Birds.
Effin' Birds, that's Aaron. So Aaron's been to, I think, every Central Florida con since 2020. Mm-hmm. So I met him just before the pandemic. Effin' Birds is one of the most popular daily comic strips going. It's on the internet, but then you can also buy like calendars and stuff. He's got a book deal with Penguin Random House, I believe. And so if you go to like Barnes and Noble, you'll see Effin' Birds calendars all over the place.
Oh, wow. And our next guest is Brian Donovan.
Brian Donovan's super cool. He's in Naruto and a bunch of other anime. He's a great guy. I've met him a few times, but I'm not super familiar with his characters.
This is actually your field, Gadget, right?
Yeah, he basically Digimon, everything. I actually have his
Digimon
character.
Also, yeah.
I have his character sitting on my shelf right now. Little it walks if I can get the batteries to work and everything.
Gotcha. And our next guest is, and like I said, I picked these at random, so forgive me. We have.
Oh, you all know who that is.
Barry Gordon. He's Donatello in the original Ninja Turtles.
Nice.
Let me tell you a story about Barry Gordon because you're familiar with Barry Gordon's work.
He's been on All in the Family also and everything.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of things. He's been very prolific. You know the song "I'm Getting Nuttin' for Christmas"?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, he's the little kid from "I'm Getting Nuttin' for Christmas." He sings that song. That's my favorite Barry Gordon song.
Getting nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. I grew up with that song, yeah.
I believe he was the president of the Screen Actors Guild for a while also.
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because now it's Patty Duke's son.
It's Sean Astin, yeah.
Yeah.
Patty Duke's son. As if he hasn't been nominated for an Academy Award.
Sorry. I grew up with his mom, and I really want to hug him because I want to know how he dealt with that too.
I love Sean. Here's some more Sean trivia. He was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Short Film. Do you know who he lost to?
Oh, what year was that?
It's in the 90s. This is very relevant.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
He lost to Peter
Capaldi. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about to say
Oscar
Peter
Award
Yeah.
winner Peter Capaldi is who he lost to.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That is so.
I had them
that's
both
so
at
funny.
the. Did I have them both at the same con? No, I didn't.
That would be cool. They can argue over who won, who lost.
Who should have won? Anyway, I love Sean. Sean's one of my favorite people.
Like I said,
Sean
I want to
Astin.
him and Astin. Yeah.
But
Good.
that's
He's one of those people that like I have a really hard time not seeing him as the most prominent character that I know him as, even though I've seen him in like a lot of things.
I know
at this
which
point.
one
I mean, I even saw Sean Astin in Click. You know what I mean? But like, I still
from 50
it's
First
like
Dates?
Was he in 50 First
Oh
Dates?
God, yes,
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot. I
God.
didn't remember that he was in that one, but it's really hard for me to not see him as like Samwise, and it's just like
No,
even when he was Bob from Stranger Things, I'm
No,
just like,
sorry, the
it's still-
Goonies. Sorry, the Goonies.
I was just looking at him like it's still Sam.
He's
sorry.
a hobbit now.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah.
remember.
No, like I said, if I ever get to talk to him, I really want to give him a hug because I know what he's going through the way I'm going through. And I wanted to know how he dealt with it.
And our next guest is Doug Ertholz.
Doug Ertholz.
Yep,
He's a
another
pretty cool guy.
Digimon.
Also from Digimon and Naruto as well.
Mm-hmm. And also Lupin.
It looks like Lupin the Third up there too.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
talking
Glacier
wrestlers?
is a
MMA,
legend-
right?
No, this is wrestling. He was
Oh.
in WCW in the 90s. And like Glacier's the guy who he wasn't like one of the superstars, but everybody like knew who he was and liked him and thought he was really cool. So, but Glacier, when he came out, I don't think this was his idea. I think that he showed up and they're like, you're going to be a ripoff of Sub-Zero because Mortal Kombat's really cool right now. and so his character's a ripoff of Sub-Zero. But he's a really cool guy, and everybody loves him as a as a kind of a old school pro wrestler from the 90s.
Did you say he was in WCW?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was familiar with WWE. I always thought when people were talking about WCW, they were just talking about Woman Crush Wednesday. I did not know.
No,
that was
WCW was a wrestling company in the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
WWE bought them in 2001. They were a victim of the AOL Time Warner merger.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
we're talking Hogan, we're talking Piper, we're talking
right.
Roddy.
Sting,
Andre the Giant,
Sting and I'm trying to think. Ric Flair were kind of the big names at WCW.
Yeah, I'm so kind of surprised I didn't know that WCW was the thing, like as an acronym, because I remember I remember Sting and The Rock and Paul Bearer and all those guys like from back in the day. Yeah.
See, I went into wrestling when Mr. T got into wrestling for some odd reason. that was just a bizarre thing, and then I left it as soon as Sergeant Slaughter became a bad guy. That's was my leaving of wrestling, and I've been in and out of it since. But I've nothing on a dedicated level that I've seen people.
The only wrestler I know from memes nowadays is John Cena, but it's only because of the meme. Like I've never actually watched John Cena wrestle before. It's kind of funny.
Speaking of Dave Wheeler.
Dave Wheeler, huge wrestling fan. Dave Wheeler's an artist and writer and just all around cool guy. He's, super happy to be bringing him back to Central Florida Comic Con. And you should come meet him and say hi to him and check out what he's selling at the show.
Also, Raj says I'm a huge WWE fan. Sean, our philosophy is
nice.
He spelled out the whole name. And speaking of the whole name, this is a good friend of mine. It's Jackie Sonnenberg.
So Jackie has been coming to Central Florida Con every year, I think. So
she used to be a sponsor for the show.
That's awesome.
When we first started out, she was a sponsor for Traveling TARDIS. And
I'm always happy to see Jackie and catch up with Jackie at the con every year.
I'm trying to see what her new books are and everything. There's Cam.
Cam Clark.
Cam Clark, Leonardo's voice.
You're just your old time cartoon characters, everybody.
Yes, and part of our low key Tick reunion. So that's great. Deflator Mouse.
in your in your 7 to 8 year history, what was a celebrity that you got that you didn't think you had a chance in hell, but they ended up coming to one of your conventions, either awesome or here at CFCC?
Shoot. Oh, so we just did Twin Cities Con in Minneapolis, and we booked Brendan Fraser. And that was one. I sent out the offer, and I was like, well, I'm never going to hear back from these guys again. And then I got an email asking me for like more information, like a few weeks later. And I was
nice. He hasn't forgotten his fans. Nice.
I was like, whoa, more information. I was like, if you're asking me for more information, that means you're actually considering my offer. And then he ended up coming. It was a great time, and he was super cool. He was just he's a great guy.
Is he everything that he seems to be, or is there something different?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Actors are weird. You never really know because they always have to be kind of on their guard because people try to get close to them or act like they know them. When and have these weird parasocial relationships. So you never really know. But he seemed pretty cool. He seemed very down to earth, and he was having a good time and making lots of jokes and just just seemed to be having a blast.
Ben, can I ask you a question about that actually, just on that topic for a second? So like when it comes to like celebrities at cons and stuff, I mean, I have limited contact like with celebrities, but one of the things I know that's pretty common knowledge is like don't be weird. But like I know that like there have been some celebs I've met, and like I know that feeling of you've met this person. It's like, oh, now you want to be their best friend, but it's like they literally see thousands of people every week, and like you have to keep that in mind. So you can't be like, have you had a? I mean, you've obviously been doing this a long time. Have you had sort of a? I mean, not that I think that you were ever weird or anything up toward them or anything, right? But I'm just asking, like, have you had like
we're going
I'd
there,
say what have you learned on that front, and like how do you interact now differently than you did at first?
I don't know that I do it differently, but I think excuse me.
Bless you.
I don't think I do anything really differently. I think, for me it's work, and so I keep things very professional, and I don't try to, I don't know, I'm not a big schmoozer, and I don't really try to hang out with them. I know some other people are, maybe better schmoozers and make best friends with like everybody that they meet, but that's not necessarily me. But so I just keep it really professional, and I've become really friendly with some of the people that I've booked over the years, but I'm not really in this to become best friends with anybody. It's just if they're cool and we become friends, then that's great. But
you got Brendan Fraser calling you at 3 a.m. So
so
you answer.
Not so far.
Not
so far.
Right. Well, I think that's a good attitude to take too, because it's just like, I mean, especially with, and I know there's different feelings on this, but I think personally with especially the way, with economic dealings in the country and stuff, it's like you should be nice to people who are famous, but I try really hard not to be like, not to treat them as like, oh, you're better than everyone else, because I just don't really like I don't really like that kind of thinking, like where and I'm sure the people you've worked with have been lovely, but it's just like, you always have to keep in mind like they're just people who are like really good at something, but a lot of people are really good at things, but they're not famous, you know what I mean? So
I think there's go ahead.
No. I was going to ask on top of that, and I know that you got to get back to the list, but I was going to ask on top of that, and then you can continue what you were saying. But I was going to say, as far as like fans, have you had to keep any fans in check at conventions, and what does that look like?
Yeah, occasionally. It's not. Most people are pretty cool, but we've had issues where we've kind of been on, like if there's like a known stalker or something, we've had to keep an eye out for that. But I think, and then a few times we've had people who, maybe they got a little too into it and or whatever, and we had to kind of be like, all right, you have to leave or whatever. But for the most part, I mean, most people are really cool. There's not usually any issues. And especially at a show like Central Florida Comic Con, we're not gonna, knock on wood, we're not gonna have any issues.
Right. Yeah, sending you good vibes.
So everybody be on your best behavior when it comes to any convention, but definitely this one out here.
Yes. Especially my conventions. Any
Exactly.
others I don't care about.
Yeah.
But I think for me, mostly it's been about being, professional, and I take professionalism very seriously.
Yeah.
Noel McNeil.
Noel McNeil is
Big Bear in the House.
Yeah, he's Bear in the Big Blue House. Noel's an amazing puppeteer.
Okay.
I met Noel. I booked Noel for AwesomeCon in 2014, and we met briefly, and we've talked a few times online. But that's my whole experience with Noel. But Noel's great, and I'm really glad to be kind of getting some more like puppeteers involved in the con, because it's so cool, and I love Muppets, man.
And we got also Martin Perino. He is with let me clear
Cosmic Times.
Cosmic Times, yes.
Martin Piero is he's been to every Central Florida Comic Con, I believe. He's a local creator.
Yes.
And just super happy to have him involved as well, as always.
I do like it when you find out that a celebrity lives by you, which is a kind of, well, I would with Space Coast Comic Con, Michael Winslow, and I got to visit him, and we actually chatted on the phone. I got to interview him on another podcast for another convention that is, we won't talk about them because they stunk, but they had Michael.
Tell me as soon as this show is over.
I will definitely. I'll just say they're defunct, and if they ever try to come back, there's quite a few people who will make a stink about it. So, but Michael Winslow would be one of those people. Actually, I felt really bad about it, but somebody said, "Oh yeah, he lives in Winter Garden." I'm like, "What?
He's in Winter Garden?"
I think so. I think either it's not Winter Park. I think it's Winter Garden. It's just like he lives an hour from me. I could just gone up the street and found this guy, and it's just like, and there's quite a few celebrity actors who are in the area, which I like.
It's like when I found out that Bob Ross's grave is in Winter Garden.
Oh really?
Yeah. Check it out. Search it on Google.
And there's a little tree in the back.
Yeah, it's a happy little tree.
There's a happy tree in the back. So, speaking of happy trees, we got some more guests. Renee Jacobs.
Renee Jacobs, she's the voice of April O'Neil. I have never booked her before, so I'm super hyped to meet her, and this is really cool. So,
and also off my list is Steve Whitmire.
Steve Whitmire. I think you got to have heard of Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, of course.
Red is on my shelf right now.
So he was the voice of Kermit after Jim Henson died up until about 8 or 9 years ago.
Oh wow!
Did he do the Masked Singer Kermit voice, or that was I don't think his son? I think. Yeah.
I don't think it was Steve, because, but he originated Rizzo the Rat. He has been Ernie. I mean, he's been, so many different Muppets and Muppet voices. He's amazing. So I'm so psyched to have him at Central Florida Con. I met him briefly a few years ago, but I really haven't had much interaction with him.
That's awesome.
Gotcha. I still have the guest list up from the website. If there's anybody that I missed, I'll bring them up.
Okay. So here, let me see what we've got here. So Brandon Rogers is a really big deal. He's in Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss.
I will do one better for you. Boom. There you go. There's the website.
So Brandon Rogers, Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, huge internet personality. His videos are hilarious. Damon Mills, fantastic voice actor, also a huge deal. Dan Noakes, Daniel Govar, awesome artists, very good friends of mine. Let's see what else we got. John Morton, who is Dak in The Empire Strikes Back, also was briefly
Wow.
in the Boba Fett costume in Empire Strikes Back. He's a super cool guy. He's from my hometown of Annapolis, Maryland, and
Oh.
a good friend. Leslie Rodriguez Kritzer is from Has-Been Hotel, also Broadway legend. So she's amazing. Let's see, Lucas Grabeel from High School Musical. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, my friend Neil's coming.
Neil Kaplan is also from Naruto and Digimon, I think. Rick Leonardi, fantastic comic book artist. Steve Cardenas, the second Red Ranger. The second Red Ranger. He was in the movie. And then
grandfather.
Yes. Tom Gibis, who is in Naruto as well, and Tony Moy, fantastic artist, and Townsend Coleman, the freaking Tick, also
That's rare to get him.
So Townsend's great. We were supposed to have Rob Paulson to round out all 4 turtles, but he wasn't able to make it, sadly. I hope we'll have him back next year. But we've got 3 out of the 4 turtles and Renee, so that's pretty cool. This is a killer guest list. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
This is it came together a little bit later than normal, but I'm really, really, really excited to see everybody, and I think it's got a little bit of something for everybody, and I think everybody should be pretty hyped about it. So yeah.
And that's what's a great thing about Central Florida Comic-Con. For those of you who may not have been there, you've got something for everybody, as Ben puts it. I mean, like there's going to be a guest or a celebrity, and hey, we're bringing in the Doctor Who, we're bringing in the Daleks. So Dalek Nelson will be there for pictures and probably to exterminate you, depending upon which guest you want to go chasing after at that moment. We started doing some goofy stuff. If you ever go to Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on our YouTube channel, we're doing shorts almost on a daily basis. And Dalek Nelson gave his take, and I'll probably announce it soon, but Nelson is probably going to be doing something for us on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis for the show. But one of the things that he started talking about is like for Thanksgiving, he was upset that Davros came to the house because he just messes up everything. So it's just little things like that. So Ben, is there anything about Central Florida Comic-Con that we may have overlooked that you'd like to talk about? We could talk about the hotels, we talk about the guests.
So we have a really solid programming lineup too. So just keep an eye on that, and download the guidebook app, which has our all of our programming. So there's a link on there. You can download the guidebook there, and that's really an easy way to like see all of our exhibitors, see the artists, and then also set a reminder for yourself when you have some programming to do. But with 3 panel rooms and gaming schedule all day, it's pretty cool. So we've got a lot going on for the size of con we are.
Also, Ben is aware of it, and we've been talking about it. We just don't know when we're going to be doing it. But as you know, for folks who've been following us, that's the wrong one. Actually, that one is outdated. We just recently, on December 19th of last year, we hit 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and I'm still getting my hand around this. Sean, every moment that I'm looking at this number, I'm like, what the hell? There's 100,000 of you who love us on our YouTube channel.
And what's our official now?
I think it's 105,000 right now.
Wow.
105,000 right now. But this is the goal that we just hit recently, 2.8 million views.
I can't believe
that one. And that one came up behind me. I was just like, I was sent it in an email, and I was just, for whatever reason, I was going through my emails, and I couldn't, I was, I guess for a better term, ignoring it. And then it was like, oh yeah, by the way, you hit this goal too while you're at it. So like, okay, 2.8 million views in our, I believe it's going to be January the 28th, which will be officially our 5th year on YouTube. So we've hit 100,000 subscribers. And I'm hoping by the time that the end of this month hits, when we make it to our 5th year, that will be 3 million views. And Ben, I can't get over this.
Dude, that's
No.
amazing.
I mean, dude. So
No,
yeah,
this is an alternate universe.
it is an alternate universe. So again, everybody, if you haven't had a chance, please make sure, and I'll go ahead and re-put this into the chat. If you're coming out, this is located at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida. All your local Floridians, you can check it out there. It's totally worth it. It's one of those conventions you got to do at least once in your lifetime. And it's at centralfloridacomiccon.com where you can get your tickets. Kids are free. And plus, according to Ben, that's still at 10% discount. We're going to get you as a referral for tonight. A few more hours before we close up for the night. You can get 10% off your tickets right now if you go onto their website right now. After the night, you're kind of hosed. Sorry. Then you pay full price.
Look, our prices are still pretty reasonable.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the 10%, even if you don't do that 10% off. I mean, look, we're not charging an arm and a leg for anything out here. So
no, it is totally worth it, guys. We've been here before, and we're happy to come back again after a few. I think it's been a year or two since COVID that we kind of been off and on. Just weird stuff has happened throughout the years. Thank you, Raj. Yep. 2.8 million views. That means 2.8 million eyes saw something on our show.
It's 5.6 million eyes.
What's that?
Give or take 5.6 million eyes.
Give the people who just went in there and just like, oh, okay, that's what went on. So, Ben,
that took me a second.
So we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, Ben. We'll give you the last word in just a second there. Gadget, is there anything else that we need to let people know before we go bye-bye for the night?
Well, not much. Like I said, don't follow down that rabbit hole if you don't want to know what's down there and everything. Also, check out lulu.com to get my books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to probably give Christian the QR codes for these guys. So if you guys want to check them out and everything, scan the QR code. You can order them right from that QR code and everything, because right now, I want to go to MegaCon, but the way everything's going, I just am now hitting a third credit card. You can't find work out there. So let this work that I tried to create finally show some fruition and monetary goods, because especially for those of us out there that don't know how to play D&D or have a learning disability or autism or anything, because this will help you guys out. And a lot of people have said to me, it's simple, it's easy. Trust me, guys. Don't make this fandom toxic, because I wasn't raised in a toxic D&D fandom. Please don't make it. And also check this out. It was my journey to the Doctor Who exhibit, if I found love or not, when I went my first trip to the UK. So probably my last trip. We'll see what happens and everything. But guys, I'm going to keep you informed. I'm trying to get tickets this Thursday for Anime NYC. And hopefully things work out, because I want to see all you guys in person, and I wanted to be there when that lovely thing gets opened.
Well, the lovely thing. Thank you so much for mentioning that.
Mm-hmm.
The lovely thing is going to get opened at Central Florida Comic-Con. We don't know when we're going to do it yet.
Ooh.
And we will be unboxing it live. So the box is sitting in a vault, and it will go back into that vault once.
So
it's
when you
done.
bring it out, it's going to have chains on it, locks, and everything, and then we're going to
be wrapped up like David Copperfield. We're doing a magic trick, right? So
and you're going to have Peter Capaldi.
Box. It's going to be in a steel box. Everything.
Exactly.
You're going to have Peter
Make
Capaldi.
Alive.
What was it from Emperor's New Groove? I'm going to put it in a box and put it in a box.
Yeah,
I'm going to mail that box to myself.
And that'll be the end of it. So it's like, and then it'll be in a box sitting up here somewhere. So again, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting us out here. Speaking finding love, Sean, where can people find you?
You know what? I'm going to excuse that segue. You know what? Because I'm a loving person, I'm going to excuse.
That's where I was leading to this, dude.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Our Philosophy Is, and I talk about some random things in a queer-friendly space. Sometimes I talk about sci-fi. Honestly, a lot of the time, guys, recently I've been just kind of chilling, kind of consuming more streaming shows than I've been uploading. content about them. But if you guys are on this show and you ever want to hear me talk about my thoughts on anything, just drop a comment on one of my videos, whether or not it's related, because a lot of the time I record things and then I've gotten my thoughts out on them and I don't actually post it. So if you want me to talk about something, there's a good chance I've already made a video about it. I just have to upload it. But I talk about a lot of random things too. For example, small little bonus here. During this episode, I stepped on something under my desk and I didn't know what it was, and I pulled it out, and it is a DVD of Jurassic Park that I misplaced, and I just found it. So if you want to hear about that, go over to my Patreon. I'm just kidding, I don't have a Patreon, but I do have a YouTube, and yeah, talk about a lot of random things. Our philosophy is, if that interests you, then check it out. Thank you.
No worries there. And speaking of which, I just want to shuttle through this. The Dalek Builders and the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS now combined forces, and since we started about a year or two ago, and we've been having a great time. And of course, we're going to be joining forces not only at Central Florida Comic-Con, but we will also be going to Space Coast Comic-Con. Now, I don't know if we're going to have the Daleks there, but Space Coast Comic-Con will be taking place at the, oh God, hang on a second. I know, I had it somewhere. I have it in the notes. It's going to be at the Wickham Park Community Center in Melbourne, Florida. It's taking place right now, June 20th to the 21st. Tickets are on sale. You can scan that code, or you can go to Space Coast Comic-Con. Space Coast Comic-Con.com. So you can check out and get your tickets now for that event. We don't know if the Daleks are going to be out there as of yet. We're working out with Dalek Hal to see if he's going to be scheduled for there. But if not, you can check us out at Ancient City Con. We will be returning, and all the Daleks will be out there September 25th through the 27th at the World Golf Village Renaissance Resort. We will be over there with the Daleks of Florida. Now, here's the thing. People have been asking because it's been getting closer to a particular convention date, and the answer is we don't know yet. They haven't told us. We are still in negotiation talks, and it's kind of scary because it's only a couple months away. But the name of the convention rhymes with MegaCon. So please keep an eye out on our social media. We will be definitely letting you know as soon as they let us know. But right now we are we're not announcing because we don't want to tell people yet if we're going or not going. I hope we're going. I'm hoping we will be definitely going, and it never hurts to go on their social media and saying, hey, what about the Daleks in Florida? What about the Traveling TARDIS? That's totally up to you if you want to discuss it and let your feelings know, hey, you want Doctor Who representation over at that thing that rhymes with MegaCon. But definitely once we make the announcement, we're going to be totally excited about that. But for right now, we can safely say that we will be at Central Florida Comic-Con this weekend, Space Coast Comic-Con June 20th through the 21st at the Wickham, oh God, I gotta say, I keep on going, Wickham Park Community Center in Melbourne, Florida. It's a nice spot too. And also, finally, we are going to be at Ancient City September 25th to the 27th. Tom, do you want to go on here for a second? Do you want to come out here and tell people about where they can find you, my friend? I think you deserve it. By the way, everybody give a good round of applause for Tom because Tom was doing the background. Thank you so much, Tom, for helping us out there. Where can they find you, Tom?
He's got to unmute.
You unmute your microphones.
Multitasking, doing various things. Texting here.
Like my house.
Spill the Geek Tea on Sundays and Wednesdays and Saturdays from 5 p.m. to 9-ish p.m. Eastern. Tasty Talk with Tasty Cake on this channel.
Awesome. That's right. Spill the Geek Tea. And don't forget to check out, you do one other thing, right? What am I thinking? Spill the Geek Tea and something else.
Yeah, Spill the Geek Tea and Tasty Talk, Tasty Conversations.
That's right. And then I'm going to give Ben Penrod the final say, close it out for us, and to say goodnight to our audience. And Ben, I want you to do something special for us. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we had a friend who had a passing last year. We do this for all of our guests, and everybody joins in together. We lost our friend and fellow panelist, Simon Fisher-Becker, who played Dorian Moldavar,
of course,
from the from the series of the 11th Doctor, and we've done some special tributes to him. But one of the things you're going to say on the way out is good night, Simon. You're going to lead that for us. But before you do, please tell people where they can find you and what events you've got coming up.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see me this weekend at Central Florida Comic-Con in Lakeland. Go to centralfloridacomiccon.com. I will be in Fairbanks, Alaska, February 21st and 22nd for the Alaska Comic-Con. I will be in Des Moines, Iowa for Des Moines Con in May 29th through the 31st. I will be in Long Beach, California for Long Beach Comic-Con, September 5th and 6th. And then I'll be in Twin Cities, Minneapolis, Minnesota for Twin Cities Con, November 20th through 22nd. Those are all the shows I have this year. And you can find those on the internet, and tickets are on sale and all that stuff. Thank you again for having me. And good night, Simon.
Yeah. Well, hang on one second, because I just want to make one final announcement, folks. We have to make this announcement. Unfortunately, this will be the last episode on Kick. And just to be reasonable, folks, we have more bots than subscribers on Kick right now. So Kick hasn't been working out for us. We have, for your convenience, for those of you who are on it, we've added Rumble. So if you want to check us out, we are on Facebook, YouTube, X, Twitch, and now Rumble. And we're also on Instagram, but we don't go live there just yet. But if you want to see videos and stuff like that, you can follow us on Instagram. But if you want to see the live feeds every Tuesday night, definitely subscribe to our Facebook, our YouTube channel, X, Twitch, and also we've been on Rumble for a while, but now we're announcing that we are going to continue to be on Rumble for those audiences who just happen to sit out there. And we actually have a growing audience out there, so very excited. I didn't think we were going to get too much of an audience from Rumble, but there they are, and they are watching currently as we speak. So from all of us here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, until the next venture, what else was I going to say? I don't know. I don't know. You can say something else, and then we'll just pop. So yes, please, Ben, go ahead and take us out.
Good night, Simon.
Good night, Simon.
Good night, Simon.
Simon. And Tony, as you usually do, take us out.